So yesterday, this is a true story, and I'm just gonna tell you guys straight. So yesterday, I was talking to a guy. This is a white guy, and he was like, and this is not the first time. This like always happens to me. First of all, there's always like black guys who are always asking me like, oh, so you don't date black guys? And okay, let's get real. No, I don't date black guys. Like I think I've had my run with like trying to be kind to black guys and trying to like empathize and all the things. And at this point in my life, and it's this is not new also, like there was a for a very long time in my life I didn't date anyone until I was like 21. I didn't date anyone at all. So I mean, you can feel how you feel. There was just too much shit I didn't know. Okay, like everything was so scary because like black guys are also very scary and dominating, and they're just like evil. And these, not all of them, but a very significant number of them are just demonic and evil, and they are just there to ruin your lives. This is why I put money into Planned Parenthood. Like, oh wow, it's like a Chelada Bud Light beer. That's very interesting. Um, wow. Chelada Clamato. It says do not shake. Well, um, yeah, but a lot of people don't. I think a lot of black women don't realize like for me growing up, I just really wanted. Everyone has this same thing where like when you're younger, you want to see like examples and not just one example. You need to see like multiple examples of like different type of women who are like you. So that's why we have to have representation of all different colors of people just doing shit. Some of them need to be doing bad, some of them need to be doing good, some of them need to be doing nothing. Like you need all the in betweens. But for some reason, we've only had like one representation of black women. They've only been like video vixens, and none of them have had like opinions on anything. They don't really say shit. Like now, some of them are like rappers, but it's like every rap song is like a one up on somebody else, and they're always talking about a watch or something. I guess you can only talk about what you know, so I'm not really mad at them, but also it's just like fool's gold and retard raps. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. I would rather listen to the Harry Styles album forever, the one Beyonce Renaissance album forever, and just continue to unpack that. Maybe that's what I will do, and just not give the others any time at all because it was just insane. Like I saw an NLE Chopper rap song video. Now in the video, it's him and Lil Wayne, and they're basically talking about like all the ass that they get, all the women that they get, all so many women, and they have like all these naked, basically fat black women in the video, and they're all like twerking and stuff, and they're all like, we get all the ass, we get so much ass, ooh, we love getting ass, oh, we get so much ass. It was disgusting to me. Like to watch it, I felt bad because I'm like, damn, like these black women don't even have no thoughts. Like, do they have any thoughts about how they're being exploited? Do they feel anything at all? And sometimes, like, I remember there was a time when I didn't feel anything at all. Like, I really was like, all my feelings were suppressed. Okay, I was afraid to cry, scream, talk, say anything. And then this is why I had to make that video of the black female YouTubers who helped me find my voice, because there was so much shit I only felt safe to say in therapy. Like I couldn't say it anywhere else. And I'm not joking about that. Like the black community is so unforgiving of everything, which is why if you are a black girl and you're watching this, first of all, pro tip, you need to adult. And adulting just means getting away from the people that you know. All of them, I'm telling you, they're going to hold you back in life. Mostly because, like, look at them. Are they actually successful? They all own property and businesses. They're all very happy with their. Are those the people who you know who you're around? Or is it like you've got 20 people living in some apartment that's like on Section 8, everybody's on food snaps? Okay, if that's the people who you're around, get the fuck away from them. They have nothing to offer you. They've maxed out their own opportunities in life. Like you need to go experience something else ASAP. And I've made so many videos about this. Move to a new neighborhood where there's like basically no any fucking neighborhood that's outside of your, if you live in the ghetto, like go work somewhere else. Okay, And the other thing you have to understand, like, I feel bad because some of you guys don't actually understand the customs and norms of like middle class America. So even if you go there, you're going to feel really ostracized, and that's normal. Like, you're going to feel so different, which is why, like, it's so critical that I have to be here being the different one who's showing you how to be different. Like, every single thing I do, I've tried purposefully to do it in ways that have nothing to do with like traditional middle class white American values, just so that there's some example of like, okay, this is one black girl who does it this different way that has like nothing to do with everyone else. So now black girls have a way. It's not really good by any means, but it's definitely a way. Okay. And I think the other thing is that video that I made where it's like the black YouTubers that inspire me. I really think you should go watch their content just to hear those stories. Because like I feel like a lot of y'all are like missing out on stories that you don't understand. Some of them might be funny and you might be like laughing at them because you don't understand how somebody got there. But one day you actually might find yourself there, and then you will empathize a lot more because some type of way that person figured out how to reflect on it and actually make a video about it to try to help someone else. And you will understand how important that is. And we just don't have enough black women who are doing that. So I am going to continue to be here and be that for somebody. I don't know who. But so much shit is frustrating. It's just like the adulting is like, it just always keeps going. It just fucking always keeps going. And I don't know. I don't know. Here's the other thing that I just want to really say, because this channel is really, I tried to make it for black women coming from a black female perspective. If you are a part of like Jack and Jill, please exit the channel now. Do not watch. This is not for you. I hate you. We aren't the same. Like we don't even live in the same world at all. Please leave the channel right now. If you are like a poor black girl, this channel is for you. Please take the advice quite literally, because like I am the person who's had nothing handed to her. Like not a dollar, a dime, an opportunity, nothing. Every single thing that I've gotten, I've worked really hard for. Like I've had a lot of opportunities, but I worked very hard for those opportunities. Every single one. And for me, they have realized to nothing. They're all just memories. And they're not even memories that I really care to share here. Because what I realize is that, first of all, most of you will never have those experiences. So contextually, they won't mean anything to you. And they need to mean something. Like you would need to know someone who was like there with me, or someone who did something even remotely similar. And what I know is that like a lot of those opportunities don't even exist anymore. The people who I did them with have moved so far up and beyond that, like, you know, it contextually, all of it just wouldn't make any sense. So sharing those stories at this point doesn't make sense, because, and that's another reason I've continued to make content, because I want you guys to realize like life keeps moving. For some reason, other people keep thinking that like they can just do what I did and they'll have the exact same result. No. And then they could like learn from my mistakes in ways that would lead them to prosperity. I would also kind of say no. I feel like some of the things that have happened to me have been like a sequence of unfortunate events. Most of them quite purposeful, but also like that stuff probably will never happen to you. You probably won't have those panic attacks because you don't have the same context that I have. Like you don't come from the same like racial extremism that like I come from. You don't have the contextually, all of it just wouldn't make any sense for you. The things that do make sense are pretty basic. Like you should get a job now, just a job, really any job. It doesn't matter, a job, okay? And then you should use your money to go buy yourself some property so that you can escape the bullshit. I mean, that's really the goal. That's really the only goal. And if I would have known what I know now, I would have gotten a job in high school and just used all the money that I earned there to buy a piece of land in a cheap part of America and lived off of Social Security for the next 80 years. I mean, that's the easiest way to kind of like live, especially if you're a girl. I mean, Jesus, if you have a fucking bank account, bitch, you are ahead of the game. Are you serious? Like, I don't know why everybody's out here chasing a relationship. I think some of you guys are so dumb. There's not enough quality men out here for you to be chasing a relationship. Especially black dudes. They just don't care about you. They just don't. Like, the ones who want to be in relationships and be married are. So you can't have someone else's husband. He's already taken. Like, you have to have like your own husband. Except if you don't have one by now, girl, he's probably not coming. He's not like floating out of the air. There's no like Prince Charming who's coming to save you. So fucking save yourself. I'm just saying, with the fucking boots on the ground, it's hard out here for a pimp, you know? At this point, it's just like so crazy. Like, sometimes I go out into the world in the day and I see a black man and I just scowl. I just scowl. Just like, what a waste of space. I just can't imagine, like, it just makes me want to donate more money. I see, like, little black children at this point and I'm like, wow, you don't deserve life. That's how I feel. I'm so sorry. Bible, that's how I feel. Like, why can your parents afford your life? The answer is probably no. Like, why are you doing it? Like, we don't need to repeat any of this bullshit over and over. Like, just spare. Save the air. It's like the white trash people that you see, and you're just like, oh, God, why? Why do they do it to us? Like, I don't want to see. I've worked so hard to escape being around these type of people, and they just won't leave. They don't go anywhere. They like multiply, and there's so many of them. At least we have like, at least Rihanna has 2 children coming, and Beyonce has 5, so we can root for them. That's it's the best appreciation token I can give. I also really like Diddy's children. I'm a fan. I'm rooting for them. I saw that the little one went to a SZA concert. Good for you, girl. She said that it was the happiest day of her life. She was a SZA fan. That's great. That's great. Another reason why we just need so many more black artists, black female artists, the young ones. Like, we can't just have these old bitches who come out and keep talking the same shit they were talking 20 years ago. Nobody cares. You have to have like artist development. Like, there's so many white female artists out. There's so many, so many. And like, the weird part is, like, there's so many opportunities to actually develop like black artists, and nobody cares to do it. They just don't give a shit about us, which is why I plan to leave. Sometimes you just understand that they don't give a shit about you, and you can go elsewhere. Like, you can just realize it and choose to not occupy space, because that's the thing that too is like a failure. Like, all of the failures that I have in this country, people can say that it's a reflection on me, but in reality it's actually a reflection on the system, right? Like, I am a public school failure. Like, I've capitalized to nothing. Nothing has worked out for me. So all that means is that public school has failed me, which means that there's some like tracked token of some black public school girl, which is me, and that system failed me. There are administrators, principals, people who are responsible for making sure that doesn't happen. Those people did not give a shit. They failed. It's a failure on the system. Because in reality, the system's working quite well for little white girls and white kids. They're all trotting through and doing fine. Okay, maybe they're like living at home with their parents making minimum wage, but they seem to still be doing that. So it isn't very fun exploiting your data to China, who's like capitalizing on it to make algorithms for the future. And all the Americans don't realize that all they are is training data, which is another reason why I feel more black women need to get the fuck out and go be doing shit in the real world that's not criminal, so that you can have some training data that doesn't show black people as criminals. I saw Diddy has a new flavor of melon Ciroc out. That's great. If I had the money, I'd buy it. Unfortunately, I don't, so I'm not. But I'm a fan. I'm supportive. It's great. I'm happy for him. I'm not like happier for him than I am for myself. So I always gotta make that clear. Like, if he's doing something positive, bro, that's good. But I gotta put me first, Cletus. Gotta put me first.